Hi everyone, this is Luc-Olivier for Motor Illustrated, and this week I present you the 9th generation of the Nissan Sentra, and this is a model that is very important for the Japanese constructor. It has been on the market since 1982, so 43 years on the Canadian market already. It's a core model for Nissan because the Maxima is out, the Altima is out, and the Versa will probably be out by the end of the year. So this will be the only sedan available left in the Nissan lineup. In the last year, in 2024, they sold about 3,300 units of this sedan in Canada, in Quebec specifically, but for the first half of 2025, the sale drops. So what you can see is this is a model that needs a second life, and that's why the B19 generation, this generation, will hopefully push back the sales to something more impressive for Nissan. This is a highly competitive segment. You know, Honda Civic, Toyota Corolla, Kia K4, Hyundai Elantra, these are the stars of that segment, and the Sentra still trying to take over these models. We had some reliability issues over the last few years with the CVT. Now it's correct with the B18 and B19 generation. It should be fine. Design-wise, you've got essentially two designs, even though you have three trim levels in Canada. Base model, it's the S with 16 steel wheels with plastic covers. Then you've got the SV version, which has 16-inch wheels of aluminums, and then you've got the SR, which is the sporty version. Black front grille. You've got these lights also that are really well integrated to the design, similar to what you see on the Murano area and also the new Nissan Leaf. That model comes with 18-inch wheel, blacked out. These wheels are not the one we're going to have in Canada. We don't know yet how they're going to look like, but at least we're going to have 18-inch wheel. The SR version can also have a black roof like the one I have next to me, so this is something sporty. I kind of like that. The coupe of the vehicle on the profile, fastback style. Nissan, that's what they say. I think they're pushing it a little too hard, but it's still, the line is nice, and you've got that deck lid on the trunk that gives an additional sportiness to the vehicle. Then you've got that single exhaust pipe with chrome, so this is interesting in terms of design. If you look for the SV version, this is more conventional, it's more classic, so you got two personality for that new generation of Sentra. Inside the new Sentra, just like the outside, they totally redesigned the interior. Totally brand new dashboard, same thing with the steering wheel. One thing you'll notice instantly is there's no more cluster. Now we've got the instrument, it's now fully digital. The base model, it's only 7 inches, but if you go up to the SV or SR model, it goes to 12.3 inches, just like the model I have here. So you've got that big black piece, and same thing with that with the infotainment, which is at 12.3 inch. So that works. We know the system, it's well designed. Nissan use it properly because you've got different styling, different graphics that you can play with, and the computer is well designed too. So a lot of information, it is very intuitive to use. The steering, brand new steering, also very comfortable, like the stitching on it, the leather on it, it's very nice to hold it in. The button on the steering wheel, big size also, it is intuitive to use. You may recognize one of the cue from the old generation. You've got 3 segments here. In the old version, it was for the air, now only 2 of them, and they focus few accessories like the volume button right here. Same thing with the climate control, they're haptic, so when you touch it, you've got that small vibration, and there's also a small sound out of it, so you know you've done the proper action down to it. The center console now, they haven't changed it much. They've added some lighting inside for ambient lighting at night. There are 64 colors available inside of the vehicle for the ambient lighting, so that's something interesting. The model that I'm driving now is the SR, so you've got all blacked out, some accent of red stitching all over the interior, so that is something very interesting. Seats comfortable, they're the zero gravity technology that have been created by the NASA. something interesting because you have no pressure points on the body, so you don't get tired of driving. The only concern that I have is the seating itself is a little bit short for my size, but otherwise for the back especially, it's very comfortable. Visibility is pretty good all over, but headrests, they're fixed on the back of the vehicle, so it kind of block a little bit the view from the back. Also from the back, which is very important because the Sentra always had been a family car, so a lot of room, very spacious, a little bit limited for the head, but kids will be totally fine. Another thing that is interesting, and the proof that it's pretty much the old car with just a new body, the trunk volume is about the same, 405 liter. Now let's talk about driving. There's not much change about this B19 generation compared to the B18. Why? Essentially, it's the exact same platform, exact same engine. So it's the 4-cylinder, 2-liter, 149 horsepower, 146 pound-feet of torque, same old CVT. They say that they've optimized it, but honestly, you don't feel nothing about that. So it is a disappointment for me because most of the competitor now, they do hybrid, they do performance model. Here they stick to the basic engine, where the volume is in terms of sale. I would have loved if Nissan have pushed a little bit more, bringing the e-power technology, which is an hybrid technology that have been used in Japan for years now, and it works very well and it is very efficient. And no, we don't have it. And in terms of fuel consumption, considering the lack of power and the fact that it's a small car, not that heavy, I had an average of about 7.5 liter per 100. So to me, it's a little bit high for that kind of vehicle. I would have loved more, something below 7 liter per 100. That's a minimum in my mind for a 2026 model car. The driving itself, the steering, you don't have much feeling. It's not a car you have a lot of fun driving. It's very blank for driving. We got now a sport mode that brings a stiffer steering, a sharper acceleration, but that's pretty much it. The engine's still very noisy. When you press the pedal to the metal, you still hear it is a noisy car when you do some aggressive driving, let's say it. And obviously this is not why this car is built. It's not for having fun. It's to take you from A to B with the less trouble as possible, and that's a good thing. About lack of trouble, the reliability of this vehicle is proven since few years already. The transmission, the problems are way behind now. The engine have proved to be very reliable also. So for that reason, in terms of mechanical, I understand the choice to keep that engine, but please bring something else to add some spice into the Sentra lineup. So now it's time to conclude about the new Sentra, and my feeling is that Nissan is pretty much running out of money. It's a good redesign inside and out. The vehicle is more modern, it's more aligned with the rest of the lineup. That's something that I really appreciate. But in terms of technology, it's pretty quiet. It's the same old engine. There are no hybrid technology offered yet. Even though Nissan has the e-power technology already sold in Japan and in Europe, and it's a great technology, it is reliable, so why we don't have it, I have no idea. Something else that is disappointing, where is the performance version? We had Spec Vs back in the days, we even had Nismo's version. Where are they? Nowhere, and they're not coming. That's something that is very sad. And something else, the possibilities of body style. We know Mazda, Hyundai, Kia, Toyota, they all offer hatchback version. Nissan could do it. They had hatchback for years. Even my father had a wagon version of the Sentra back in the 1980s. So they could do something more, but they don't. That's something that is very sad to me. The good thing is, we know the engine, it is reliable. The problems they had with the CVTs, they are far behind them. But it's still, I would love some spice with the vehicle, and I think they lack a lot of spice with this thing. So in terms of recommendation, that's a vehicle we recommend because it is reliable, it's more modern. Fuel consumption isn't that bad either. The vehicle will arrive on the Canadian market by the end of 2025. The date is not scheduled yet. The price probably arrive at the same time. It's not confirmed, but we don't expect a big increase in terms of pricing for the Canadian market. To have all the detail about that new generation of the Nissan Sentra, obviously go to motorillustrated.com for my full review.